What's good, y'all? Buckle up coming through on a quick drop special. Big ups to everybody already subbed in. Appreciate it all. And if you haven't already subbed in, sub in. And welcome. You all are welcome, no doubt. And of course, if you feel what I'm talking about, make sure you hit that like sign before you get out of here. Hit that like sign before you get out of here. And don't forget, if you need 12 games over a 30-day period, with the first 3 games free, just for getting a monthly pass, text 443-717-1848. And simply text 3 words. Just 3 words. You want in. And we'll take it from there. Get the free games we put out. Take the money off the floor. And as always, Sports Edition 101 Cash App link is in the description box for those who win and still want to show love. Let's get to the chop. Cause we got some shit to chop it up about, no doubt. Man. So it's fight week, y'all. It is fight week. This Saturday night, upcoming, in case you don't know, T.O. versus Shakur in the 140-pound division, where Shakur is trying to become a 4-division champion. For those that don't know, Shakur got a belt at 126. He unified at 130. Which made him get 2 belts at 130. He has a belt at 135. And now he's going up to 140 to fight T.O. for his super belt. Which is good. Definitely another legacy moment for the resume. Whenever a belt is involved, it's a legacy moment for the resume, no matter who it is. All right. So let's get into this. So first and foremost, Bark for the Bone, aka BFTB, told y'all a lie on his most recent live that's probably still on right now while I'm doing this show. Alright? He just told y'all a lie when he said that he came right on to the beginning of his show and he said Turk wants Devin to control the weigh-in and to be the commentator for the T.O. versus Shakur fight. All that was cap, y'all. Straight cap. All straight fucking cap. Just something to say. Alright? That's all that was coming from Bark for the Bone, was something to say. That's all it was. Alright? I don't know why this delusional, goofy, dummy motherfucker wanna fuck up Devin's name like he did Wilder's. Why he wanna do that? Lying and overhyping shit. Why you wanna do that? Devin Devin and Bill, they need to be telling this donut to get they motherfucking pickle out his mouth. Really. They really need to tell him that quickly. He say the most dumbest shit. I would literally bet him whatever that Devin gets nowhere near being the main commentator to do the Tio versus Shakur fight. That's a whole fucking lie. Wasn't requested or nothing. That's a whole lie. That's all cat. Pickle holding. Why would they let Devin do somebody's job that already know what they doing and been doing the job? You want Devin to be the god he not in this situation. He might be a god in itself, but because all of us gods, but in this situation, in this particular situation with this boxing shit, you want him to be the god of everything. You think the man is about to take over the commentator job for the fight. You really that fucking delusional. B. Hayes told you about a month ago. B. Hayes told your goofy ass about a month ago that Turk was getting something. Turk was cooking up something special for May, and most likely it was going to be the winner of T.O. versus Shakur at 147 against Devin in May. I remember listening to the show when he told you that. And BFTB at that time did not want to believe it. No, he not. No, he not. He's not doing that. I already talked to Bill. I know that's not happening. Bop, 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 like he always do. That ain't shit happening. I know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. That's not going to happen. Shut the fuck up. Told you he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. He did not want to believe it, but now that he done heard it from Devin or Bill, he believe it. I mean, he act like nobody else can see news before he see it. Because he know Devin and Bill, he think he supposed to see everything first. I wouldn't care. Listen, let me tell y'all something though. I could give two fucks if Devin is at the fight or not this Saturday night. I could give two fucks if he there now. He come on there, he come on this show. Devin gonna be at the fight, y'all. Devin will be at the fight. He might get in the ring. We don't really need none of that. I mean, if he do, it's all good. If he don't, it's all good. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And the reason I say I wouldn't care if he at the fight, I wouldn't care if Devin is at the fight or not, because unless I feel this how I feel about it. Unless it's a massive amount of money. Unless it's a massive amount of money. I'm not pressing Shakur to go to 147. And for the guys that came on his panel, that was on this panel on this show, he was saying, what do y'all think what Shakur should do if he beat T.O.? And I heard a few guys come in there and speak right on this same shit. That was some good shit. Good thing you came in there, spoke how you felt, and that was some real shit to say, because you said a lot of shit relating to the shit that I'm telling y'all right, that I'm getting ready to tell you now. I'm not pressing Shakur to go to 147. I heard the dude say that. When he can unify at 135. He had all them other fights that he could do, like you said, bro. Yeah, that's true. He could unify at 135 or 140. All right, after beating T.O., and that's if he beats T.O., all right? And if he beats T.O., Shakur has options. Even if he loses to T.O., he has options. But it just make the options, it just make things look a lot better for him, of course, if he get the W. But he still got options. He got options all around him. It's to the point, even if Shakur requests to be a catchweight with Devin, if he was to beat Shakur and then request a catchweight from Devin at 144, I wouldn't be mad at Shakur. I would not be mad at Shakur because Devin fight at 147. And I don't give a fuck if Devin would still be the A side or not. Devin fights at 147 and Shakur fight at 140. I heard the dude bring that up on your panel. I heard him come on your panel and tell you and say that. And he 1,000% correct. And he is a champion at 135. So no, I'm not pressing Shakur to go to a full 147. And guess what? I could give 2 fucks if Shakur said size don't matter. Who gives a fuck what Shakur said? Shakur can say dummy shit out his motherfucking mouth too. And that was a dummy ass statement. Because of course size can matter in the sport of boxing. That's why he asked the motherfucker Conor Ben, he was asking about at 147. That's why he said it would have to be a catchweight or rehydration, whatever the fuck he was trying to say. Because weight matters. He said that too, right? Didn't he say it would have to rehydration or catchweight or some shit with Conor Ben? He said that too, right? Guess why he said that? Because motherfucking weight matters. That's why he said it. That's why he said it. Whether he go up there and do that or not, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck what Shakur said about Conor Ben? I don't expect him to go up there and try to fight Conor Ben any fucking way. So if he do it, it's going to be a shock to me anyway. Like, what the fuck is he doing? That's just a dumbass move anyway. So who gives a fuck what he say? That was just like when Tank was talking about coming to 147 to fight Bud. Who gives a fuck what he say? We know he wasn't coming to 147 to fight no motherfucking Bud. No matter what they was talking about. That wasn't going to happen. We knew that wasn't a reality type fight to put together. That wasn't going to happen. Shakur could say what the fuck he want to say. Size does matter in the sport of boxing, and that's why the fuck they got weight divisions. That's why they got weight divisions. Because size matter. That's facts. Why the fuck would they why do they got weight divisions in the fucking sport? When they made the sport up and then as time go on, they all sitting around, they said, let's make this division, let's make this a division, let's make... Why did they sit around and do that? What the fuck did you think they sit around and do that for? Because weight matters. That's why the fuck they did it. Just because you got exceptional talent like Bud Crawford, just because you got exceptional talent like Bud Crawford, moving from 154 to 168, 2 divisions up, don't mean it works for everybody. It don't mean it worked for everybody. Bud is different. And Shakur is not Bud at all. I would be impressed with Shakur staying at 140. And especially with him having hand problems. I'll be impressed with Shakur staying at 140 and 135. Or just staying at 135. I have no problem with it. If Shakur unify with the boy Raymond, the guy that just won this past weekend, yeah, I have no problem with that. Raymond Mortala, I have no problem with that. I'ma advise Shakur that if he beats Tio and becomes a 4-division champion, use your status as a 4-division champion. You a 4-division champion. Use your status to demand a catchweight or rehydration clause. And then the fight can be made. If they want to rush the fight, you want the fight right now, you want to rush the fight, then do it like that. Catchweight or rehydration clause. And then the fight can be made. For me, it's no rush for Shakur to be at 147 right now, yo. It's no rush. Shakur is not really a big guy. And I think Shakur little pop that he do got, the little pop that he do got to be took at 140, it could work at 140 and 135. I don't think Shakur little pop carries over to 147. I just don't think so. And another thing, y'all, why the fuck isn't Devin focusing on Crocker right now at 147? Why is Bark for the Bone sitting over there trying to shift lanes for Devin for y'all on the low? When a lot of motherfuckers is expecting Devin to get busy in the motherfucking division that he in right now and get all these straps. What the fuck is going on? I mean, I thought BFTB said Devin. Didn't Bark for the Bone just say that Devin could fight somebody in his comments? Yeah, he just said this. You said Devin could fight somebody in your comments and still get the bag. Yeah, remember I told you a fucking lie? Talking about he could fight you and still get the bag, and I said you a motherfucking lie? But if that's the case, so if Devin can fight somebody out your comments for the bag and still get the big bag because he that guy, then why Devin not trying to unify at 147? Why he ain't setting that up? He Turk top guy. He fucks with Turk. Turk only fuck with Devin more than he fuck with everybody else, from what you say, how you put it. Shit, if Devin gets a major bag against a person out your comments, he should be getting a shitload of a bag to fight the IBF champion Lewis Crocker. Right? Or he can unify with the WBA champion Rolly Romero. Didn't I just say earlier that it don't matter who the fighter is when you going to take a super belt? What, you thought I would contradict my motherfucking self? Fuck no. I ain't that fucking stupid. What, you thought I would contradict myself later on in the video? No. Fuck no. Yeah. Or he could unify with the, I'm gonna say it over, the C level WBA champion Rolly Romero, and that should be a big bag fight. Or he can unify with the WBC champion and B plus level Mario Barrios. Yeah. They are super belt holders. Just like just like D plus level Bermain Stavern was a super belt holder when your favorite fighter Wilder took that belt and became a champion, and you went crazy about it. And you talked about him like he was the king of everything. Yeah, when he got that belt from Bermain Stavern. And you didn't knock Bermain Stavern as a fighter. You never have knocked him to this day. Never said nothing bad about the Bermain Stavern resume or nothing how you do everybody else that win a belt. Yeah. BFTB tell us Devin is in control with Turk. So why he not lined up for a unification fight at 147 next. Why? You say, you even then set out your dummy ass mouth, Devin has done more than Bud. When he not even doing what Bud did to get to the accolades to become 3-time undisputed. I mean, yeah. If Bud was at 147 right now in Devin Haney position, he goes and takes Crocker belt, Rolly belt, and Barrios belt. And you know what y'all people might be saying, a motherfucker like you anyway might be saying, who did he beat? Who did he beat? Don't matter who the fuck he beat. He went and got the motherfucking belts. They legacy fights in itself. So Devin should be doing the same motherfucking thing. Yeah, that's the same direction Devin might want to be going in. Might want to go get them motherfucking belts if they so easy to get. Yeah. You say Devin done more than Bud. Like I say, when he not even doing what Bud did to get his accolades to become 3-time undisputed. 140-pounder not moving up to fight 147-pounder at 147 is in no way and never will be a duck. Never. It'll never be a duck. In no kind of way should anybody ever call that a duck. I mean, Turk gonna have to come. He gonna have to come with 20 mil. Turk gonna have to come with 20 mil to get Shakur to go to a full 147 for sure. He gonna have to come with a big bag for Shakur to give all that up and say, all right, I'm jumping all the way up. I'm jumping up a whole nother division and you just got to 140. You just touching 140. So that's something to think about, and definitely it take a bag to make that decision. Anything less than that 20, anything, if it's a 15 or like a 12 or 15 mil or some shit like that, and Shakur got anything less than that 20, Devin gonna have to do a catch weight for that to happen. 12, 15 mil, yeah, you gonna have to catch weight. I'll do it, but you gotta catch weight. Shakur, listen, Shakur definitely got unification fights to be made at 135. He can make a lot of money in those fights too. When I say a lot of money, I'm saying 5 mil, 7 mil, 8 mil. He can make good money in those fights. He can make good enough money. That's just big bag money. If you get a big bag fight, all right, cool. You can get a big bag fight later on. Go ahead and get all your accolades, build up. Get as much as you can get. Get as much as you can get at 135 and 140. You can get all that other shit. You gain some weight. You get a little bigger. You accomplished all the things you want to accomplish down there. Then maybe you could move up. And if the fight's still around, then so be it. But it's not, yeah, do what you do. Do what you got to do. You got unification fights to be made at 135. And yes, I want to see those fights, B. Hayes. I want to see them fights. It's not a duck at all, B. Hayes, for Shakur not to go to 147. So if he beats Tio and go back to 135 to unify with Raymond Mortala or whoever the other fucking belt holders is down there. I know it's a belt down there that's on recess, tank belt, so it's like a free belt out down there where a fight can be made to take that belt. Yeah, the name of this game is get the belts. Get the belts and you're going to get the money. The belt's going to take you to the money fights anyway. Belt fights is unification fights is money fights. So get the belts. I mean, You beat T.O., go back to 135 and unify. If you go back to 135 and unify, it's all good with me. It's all good with me and a lot of people out there wouldn't mind saying you do it. Devin got it so good with Turk. Get that unification done at 147 since you Turk guy. Get that done. Don't try to slide out of that trying to talk about all this shit that's going on now. We'll see when all this shit get... Worry about that right now. And fights will still get time to build, especially when two fighters are not in the same division. Marination will take place when two fighters are not in the same division. And it's a possibility it'll never happen. Keep that in mind. Shakur, listen, Shakur don't need Devin for real. He don't need Devin for real. He could build his own. He don't need Devin for real. Because Shakur, he got so many options to get in some damn good fights at 135. That boy Sam Noakes at 135. It's not a game. It's a lot of fire down at 135. I mean, it looks as though it's an easy run for Undisputed at 147 for Devin, and I don't know why he not pursuing it. I don't know. What's up with that? You ain't scared to fight Crocker, is you? Let me find out. Let me find out you scared of Crocker or Barrios. Let me find out. And B. Hayes, stop letting that goofy tell you that if Shakur did beat Devin, his accolades at 126 or 130 wouldn't matter as far as him being the face of boxing or whatever y'all was talking about. Stop. Don't let him strip him of his accolades. Never. Their opinion, listen, his opinion, Bark for the Bone, a.k.a. BFTB, his opinion of the fighter Shakur beat for a belt will always simply be his opinion. That's all. That's just his opinion of a fighter that he beat. As long as he had that super belt, that's who the fuck he was supposed to be beating. As long as the fighter was holding that super belt, that was one of Shakur's biggest wins. You feel me? As long as if he had that strap, he was one of Shakur's biggest wins. He was one of Shakur's biggest wins on his resume. And don't ever let anybody tell you anything different. No doubt. See y'all on the Get Back.
Just the ass plan, we traveling, go across the globe for. I wasn't supposed to fall in love again, I'm breaking the code for. She like to party, me too. Aces and Dolios for. She love the hookah more than she love me. I put the coals on the stove for. I like her, I might just propose to her. I love her, I dug all my bros for. I feel better whenever I'm close to her. She be messing my fly by code for. If she do what I do, we both do. Let them know that you mine, we should post more. Everything that I do, I go over for. Tell your ex who's your number, it's over for. Why he calling you over and over for? We do that shit again, we gon' go to war. On whatever I'm on, my little mini me. Know they hate on her, cause they envy me. When I fuck you, I want me a trophy. More valuable pussy, my baby to every pit. Told me she was crazy way before I hit her. Don't know why, but I ain't believe it though. That's my little toxic shit. This shit getting bad, don't think I'ma leave it though. I live a rock star life, party all night, I make it look easy though. Everything good, but shit, it'll probably be better if liquor was cheaper though. Okay, what I made yesterday, you don't need to know. I can tell you, you ain't gon' believe me though. Baby, you really love me, I need to know. Okay, take a trip out of the country, no reason. I get mad and I tell you I'm leaving. Probably post on the ground, I be teasing. Okay, you gon' post something back to get even. Telling all of your friends that we beefing. Nah, I'm coming back by this evening. Just the ass to glow for. I wasn't supposed to fall in love again. I'm breaking the code for. She like to party, me too. Aces and Don Julio's for. She love the Uber more than she love me. I put the coals on the stove for. I like her, I might just put coals for. I love her, I dug all my bros for. I feel better whenever I'm close to her. Okay, she ain't matching my fly by clothes for. She do it, I do it, we both do it. Let her know that you mine, we should post more.